So after losing over 16 pounds as a teenager and quitting all of my addictions within the last few years, I've learned that there is a skill that once I leveled up lets me do hard, brutally difficult work for hours a day and actually have fun doing it while also having no motivation for it. And not only that, but I spent over 3.5 years studying millionaires and like conquerors. Like, I'll show you this, right? Entire book on conquerors and war. And every single one of those people agrees with what I'm about to tell you right now. And so this is going to be some pretty useful advice, because when you level up the skill I'm about to show you, achieving most of your goals like fat loss, getting straight A's, just gets easy. So let's get right into it. Not bad. So motivation is unreliable, and that's one of the biggest problems you've probably been going through, right? You've wanted to do things like, for example, lose fat or get straight A's, and you'll have like a 1 week period where you'll be super consistent. You might even be pushing yourself more than you ever have. But soon that desire that was fueling you just disappears, and it's like, bro, I don't feel like doing it. And so you just go back to doing the bad habits. And I was stuck in that cycle for over 4 entire years as the fat kid, getting fat shamed every single day. And the really weird thing is, I was in pain every single day, getting fat shamed, literally punching myself in the stomach, looking at myself in the mirror. And I just couldn't make a change until I learned what I'm about to show you in this video, which is the one skill that, again, overrides all of your emotions and makes it easy to do the hard work. Because here's the thing you need to understand. To achieve any goal that you have, whether it be fat loss, getting straight A's, improving your confidence, whatever it might be, there is a certain thing called the work that you need to do. And that changes depending on the goal. So when I was trying to lose the fat, that goal needed to be accomplished by doing the work, like exercising consistently, like doing hard disciplined diets for years on end, by cleaning up my diet and killing my addictions, right? All of these things were necessary and they were considered work. And the thing about work is that it is almost always going to be paid. Is my window open? No, that's the lamp. Okay. All of that work is going to be painful. And that's a big problem, because over years of conditioning from these addictions to video games, scrolling, junk food, I was always looking for the path of least resistance. That was basically the frequency that my mind was pushed towards. So things like junk food, scrolling were easy, while the hard work, which I knew I needed to do, was difficult. And that is the big problem. The work is difficult, and the pleasurable things are horrible for you, but you don't even see any bad, effects from it for weeks, really. Like, think about it. If you ate a whole bag of, if you had an entire pizza right now, the next day, you might not even look any different. But over years of small little decisions, you slowly gain the fat, and now you're dissatisfied with how you look. So now that we've defined the problem, here is the skill. Well, it's really 2 exact skills that once I leveled up, made it so that it got easy to do the hard shit. And again, millionaires agree with me. I'm not the only one. So those 2 skills that you need to level up are called discipline and willpower. And let me just define what each of those are. Discipline is the act of doing a hard task, like working out, specifically when you don't feel like it. So every now and then, let's say I'm going to the gym, I really don't want to go like 50% of the time, which is weird. Literally, I've lost 16 pounds already, and I still need to use discipline. And that's because it's such an important skill to have to achieve any of your goals, right? And then there's willpower. Willpower is the exact opposite. It's when you resist a really pleasurable thing when you really want to do it. So if I were to put a piece of junk food, like a candy bar, in front of you, if your dick gets hard and you're thinking, oh, I want to eat it, oh, it looks so good, the act of resisting that junk food would be you using willpower. And the thing that connects both of these skills together is both of them are basically you acting against the tide of your emotions. Even when you don't want to do something, you do it. Even when you feel like doing something, you don't. We're basically killing that sort of control that our emotions have over us, which is the main reason that you're probably stuck right now. Let me just make sure I have storage. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. Anyways, as I was spitting some game, The thing that's really cool about both of these skills is that nobody else has them. If you really think about it, most of your friends, maybe even you, have been conditioned by our fucking white liberal teachers who have pink hair telling us, oh, it's okay, listen to your emotions, all this shit, right? But it doesn't actually work because listening to your emotions is always going to lead down the path of least resistance, which means you're going to eat the junk food. It means you're going to never want to do the hard tasks that are going to get you closer to your goals. And that's why both of these skills are essential for 90% of the goals you're going to ever have, whether it be fat loss, getting straight A's, whether it be getting the captaincy on a sports team. It's going to require you use both of these. And so let me show you now how I leveled up both of them. Because the cool thing about both of these skills is that it's almost like a skill in a video game where each time you use them, you actually get XP for using it. If I were to put the junk food in front of you and you resist it, sure, it might drain a little bit, but the next time I put it in front of you, it actually becomes easier to use willpower. It's almost like in a video game, your mana bar slowly expands and you can do more damage with those skills. And so the cool thing about both of these is that it's only going to get easier for you to basically do the good habits. When I started working out, it was tough, but each time I used discipline to do it, now, even though sometimes I'll have shit days where I don't want to do it, once I'm in the gym, it actually feels exciting and fun to do. Think about that for a second. The work that you're currently struggling with will become easy for you once you just do it enough times, and which is why you literally lose nothing by just leveling up these skills. And as I said before, they level up the more you use them. And so now that I've basically gone over what these two skills are, let me just show you a quick action step that you could use to level up your willpower. Discipline, you could also do this in a similar way, but for willpower, what I did was I was a fat ass, right? For most of my life, I was the fat kid of the friend group. But what I started doing was, instead of following the mainstream BS advice of, oh, just hide the junk food away, which doesn't work because as soon as you're in public and there's people eating, you're gonna eat the food. What I instead did was I took a piece of junk food, which was for me these little small Kit Kat bars, like the ones with two little things in them. It was really like small, and so I put it on my desk, and I just stared at it like a psychopath, observing the thoughts and the emotions that I felt, and then just thinking, bro, why does this substance have so much control over me? I used willpower, almost working it out like I would in a gym by just staring at that piece of junk food, resisting it. And I did that. And just after a few weeks, I basically became immune to junk food. Think about it. The addiction to junk food that I had for 5 years, my entire life, I was able to kill in just a few weeks of leveling up my willpower. And it's the same thing for discipline. When I started working out, I just started doing 5 minutes of exercise every single day, which might not seem like anything, but when I didn't feel like it, it's like I added a little bit of XP to my discipline mana bar, and then the next day it got easier. Then it got easier. Then I increased it to 10 minutes, then 15, then 20, and then I can work out every single day, 4 times a week for hours and feel good. So this is a pretty quick video, but basically, I promise you, if you level up these skills, it will genuinely make it 10 times easier to achieve your goals. And if you found any value in this video, go down and subscribe right now. My goal with this channel is to help 10,000 teens, just like younger me, brown kid with depression and fat shaming friends, right? I'm trying to help 10,000 kids just like me kill your addictions, lose the fat, and just continuously improve yourself through self-improvement, through, of course, using books, using my own knowledge from my experiences. And so if you found any value, go down and subscribe right now. As always, my name's Atharv. See you soon, bro. Bye-bye. Go down and subscribe.